As a respected medical doctor specializing in senior health and preventive medicine here in the United States, I have dedicated my career to helping men, particularly those in their golden years, achieve a health span that matches their lifespan. I've seen countless men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond who carry unnecessary burdens of worry about their health, their independence, and their sexuality. Today, I want to address one of the most persistent and misunderstood questions in men's health: what truly happens if you ejaculate every single day? I understand that for many of you, the traditional wisdom you grew up with delivered a harsh warning, that too much sexual release drains your energy and accelerates aging. It's a message of scarcity and fear. But if I told you that the latest, most rigorous science suggests the exact opposite, that daily release could actually help protect your prostate, sharpen your mind, and even strengthen your heart, would you be surprised? The truth, supported by decades of careful research, is far more hopeful than those old myths ever suggested. My job, as an experienced physician and your partner in health, is not just to treat illness but to empower you with an honest, comprehensive understanding of your own body, allowing you to live fully, no matter your age. Let's explore this paradox together. While some worry that a consistent sexual rhythm weakens the body, we find that for many older men, it can offer remarkable benefits, boosting immunity, improving sleep, supporting circulation, and perhaps most importantly, reducing the risk of a serious health threat. Yet, like anything in life, it carries risks if it becomes compulsive, isolating, or interferes with intimacy. This tension is why we need a careful, balanced answer. My promise to you is simple: by the end of this discussion, you will know precisely how daily ejaculation can affect your hormones, your sleep, your prostate, and your performance, giving you the clarity and confidence to make informed choices. Point 5: Foundational health benefits. Nature's own medicine. Before we explore the potential pitfalls, let's begin with the powerful, often overlooked health advantages of maintaining a healthy sexual rhythm. In your senior years. Point 1. A natural boost of feel-good hormones. One of the most immediate effects of ejaculation is an instantaneous, natural uplift you can feel right away. Every orgasm triggers a magnificent chain reaction in your brain, releasing what I like to call the body's feel-good cocktail: endorphins. These are your body's natural painkillers, lifting your mood and making the world seem just a little lighter. They are a powerful defense against the small aches and pains that can accumulate with age. Dopamine. This is the chemical of reward, giving you a deep sense of accomplishment and satisfaction, similar to checking off a major item on your to-do list, but multiplied for profound contentment. Oxytocin, often nicknamed the bonding hormone. This chemical doesn't just connect you with a partner. It floods you with a sense of warmth, safety, and well-being, even when you are alone. Serotonin. This is the great stabilizer. It regulates mood, quiets the noise of worry and anxiety, and leaves you with a steady, peaceful sense of well-being. For men in their 60s and 70s, these emotional benefits cannot be dismissed. I have seen countless patients rediscover a lightness in life, coping better with the loneliness of living alone, the stress of retirement, or the grief of losing a spouse, simply by allowing themselves to embrace their sexuality without guilt or fear. That chemical rush is not mere indulgence, it is medicine, nature's own prescription for joy and calm. And remember, these effects are cumulative. Consistent, positive reinforcement is what helps your brain and body thrive, leading to more resilient emotional health over time. Point 2. Improved sleep quality. If you've ever noticed that delicious sense of drowsy calm immediately following an orgasm, you've experienced the influence of a remarkable hormone called prolactin. Prolactin is nature's signal to the body that it's time to rest. After release, it surges into your system, loosening the tension in your muscles, slowing down racing thoughts, and preparing your body for a deeper, more restorative sleep. This effect is supplemented by the calming power of endorphins and oxytocin, which quiet the stress signals that often keep older men tossing and turning. I cannot overstate the value of good, deep sleep in the senior years. It is medicine for the entire body. It sharpens memory and cognitive function. It strengthens the immune system. It lowers blood pressure and keeps the heart resilient. For men managing conditions like hypertension or diabetes, that kind of consistent rest is priceless. Poor sleep can quickly turn an inconvenience into a serious threat to well-being. When you use a healthy sexual rhythm as part of your holistic approach to health, you are not indulging, you are simply helping yourself live better during the day. Point 3. Better circulation and heart health. When we talk about maintaining a healthy heart, we usually picture diet and exercise. Yet, something as private and intimate as ejaculation can have a real, tangible impact on your circulation and cardiovascular system. Every time you become aroused, your body undergoes a profound, subtle transformation. Your heart rate increases, your blood vessels expand, and oxygen-rich blood begins moving more freely through your muscles, organs, and brain. This process is known as vasodilation, the widening of the blood vessels. While it doesn't look like a jog, it acts like a beneficial mini-workout for your entire circulatory system. Improved circulation ensures that every tissue from the smallest capillaries in your hands to the vital muscles of your heart receives the oxygen and nutrients it needs. At a stage of life where arteries may naturally stiffen, these moments of heightened circulation are invaluable. They help keep the vessels responsive, lowering the risk of high blood pressure and supporting overall heart resilience. I've seen men who feared intimacy due to a heart condition realize that controlled, regular sexual activity was not only safe but beneficial, leading to improvements in blood pressure and a return of confidence. This is a powerful reminder that sexual health is not separate from general health, it is deeply connected. When circulation improves, the entire system benefits: sharper memory from better blood flow to the brain, and a more resilient heart that handles the demands of daily life. Point 4. Reduced risk of prostate cancer. For many men over 60, the word prostate carries a heavy weight of worry and potential discomfort. Prostate cancer remains one of the most common cancers faced by older men. Yet, this is where daily ejaculation enters the conversation in a truly surprising way. A landmark study from Harvard, which followed over 30,000 men for nearly 2 decades, demonstrated a clear link. Men who reported frequent ejaculation about 21 times per month or more were linked to a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Why this remarkable link? The leading scientific theory is elegantly simple: think of the prostate as a reservoir. Over time, old cells and potentially harmful substances can accumulate. Regular ejaculation acts like a natural cleansing process. It flushes out the system, clearing away what the body no longer needs, and potentially reducing the chance of those old cells becoming dangerous. While it is not a cure, and it's not a guarantee, the evidence is strong enough to change how we, as doctors, discuss sexual health and aging. Allowing yourself the freedom to see daily release not as an indulgence but as one possible tool for maintaining long-term prostate health is a vital, science-rooted shift in perspective. Point 5. A stronger immune system. As you reach your 60s and 70s, your immune system naturally slows down. Colds linger longer, and flu season feels riskier. While this gradual decline feels unavoidable, something as natural and private as daily ejaculation can help give your body an extra layer of defense. Science suggests that sexual arousal and orgasm can boost levels of immunoglobulin A. Think of IgA as the dedicated guard stationed at the gates of your body's fortress, a powerful antibody that plays a frontline role in protecting you against bacteria and viruses. The more active and prepared your IgA is, the better chance you have of keeping invaders at bay. Equally important is the accompanying reduction in stress. Chronic stress is a silent thief. It weakens your immune system and leaves you far more vulnerable to illness. Every time you allow your body to relax through orgasm, you give your immune defenses the necessary space to recover and grow stronger. I've seen men in their 70s who were constantly run down notice a remarkable change, feeling stronger, more resilient, and watching their sick days dwindle when they embraced better sleep, relaxation, and frequent intimacy. When you support your immune system through such natural means, you extend not only your health but also your vital independence and quality of life. Point 5. Critical risks and how to find balance. For all the significant benefits we've discussed, it would be incomplete and frankly irresponsible of me not to discuss the other side of the coin. As with all things in health, balance is the key, and a consistent sexual rhythm carries certain risks if it is not approached with mindfulness and self-awareness. 6. The risk of compulsion. There is a fine, crucial line between a healthy habit and a compulsion, and that line can be hard to see until you've crossed it. For many, especially later in life, daily ejaculation becomes a ritual of comfort to manage stress or loneliness. When chosen freely and enjoyed, this is healthy. But when the desire shifts into something you feel you must do, even when you don't truly want to, that's when it becomes a problem. A compulsion is not about pleasure, it's about losing your sense of choice. I have counseled patients who, with quiet embarrassment, confessed that they felt trapped avoiding social events and planning their entire day around the anxiety of needing to relieve themselves. They weren't enjoying it anymore, they were obeying it. The key to preventing this is simple: ask yourself, is this something I look forward to, or something I feel enslaved by? If it's the latter, the goal is not to strip away all pleasure, but to restore your sense of freedom and control. This is particularly important for older men, as loneliness, boredom, or loss of a partner can leave empty spaces. If those spaces are only filled with sexual release, it can quickly overshadow other necessary forms of joy, connection, and purpose. Point 7. Using ejaculation as an emotional crutch for men in their later years, sexual release can easily become a go-to tool for managing difficult emotions like anxiety, loneliness, or grief. In the moment, it works. The surge of hormones lifts the weight, quiets the mind, and offers immediate relief. I remind men that there is nothing shameful about seeking comfort this way. It is a deeply human response. However, the problem arises when ejaculation becomes the only tool in your emotional toolbox. Imagine leaning on a single walking stick when you need a sturdy foundation for the long journey of healing. If sexual release is your sole method for soothing sadness, you may miss the deeper healing that comes from building resilience through conversation, friendship, exercise, journaling, or even simply taking a walk in the sun. The relief from ejaculation is always temporary. The underlying loneliness or grief remains unchanged. The message is to recognize its limits. Use it as one valuable tool among many, not as the entire foundation of your emotional life. When combined with healthier coping habits, it can be a blessing. When used in isolation, it can quietly prevent you from ever truly breaking free. Point 8. A decrease in the quantity of sperm. Even if fathering children is no longer a primary focus, it's important to understand the physiology of your body. The body is always producing sperm, but it requires time, typically about 72 hours, for a full replenishment cycle. When you ejaculate every day, your body's reserves never quite reach their peak. The simple result is a lower sperm concentration per ejaculation. For the vast majority of men over 60, this reduction has no direct health consequence. But it does highlight the remarkable, constant rhythm of the male body. By spacing out ejaculations every 2 to 3 days instead of every day, the body has time to build up a stronger supply. Understanding this efficiency and rhythm can deepen your respect for the complex, adapting ways your body continues to function as you age. Point 9. Decrease libido over time. This may seem counterintuitive, but ejaculating every day can sometimes lead to a noticeable decline in the desire itself. The brain is wired with a powerful reward system. Each orgasm floods it with pleasure chemicals. But like any reward that is repeated too often, the brain can adapt and become desensitized. What once felt exciting may begin to feel routine. This can translate into a noticeable drop in spontaneous sexual interest. Men in their 60s and 70s worry they are losing their spark, feeling as though their body is going through the motions but their heart is no longer in it. I reassure them, this is not a sign of weakness, it is simply your brain adjusting to constant stimulation. The hopeful news is that this change is not permanent. Many men find that simply taking a short break, a few days or even a week, can serve as a crucial reset button, restoring their natural desire and making intimacy feel new again. Libido does not vanish with age, it evolves. By respecting these evolving rhythms and managing them with intention, you can continue to enjoy a satisfying sex life well into your later years. Point 10. Premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction. The final and most sensitive concern is how a daily rhythm can affect performance, specifically leading to issues with control and confidence. When release becomes a quick, daily habit, especially if it happens without much thought, you can unintentionally train your body to respond like a sprinter rather than a marathon runner. The body learns patterns, and if the pattern is to finish as quickly as possible, this can carry over into moments of intimacy with a partner, leading to premature ejaculation. For older men who already face changes in stamina, this can be deeply frustrating and often creates a cycle of anxiety. The more a man worries about finishing too soon, the harder it becomes to relax, and eventually, that anxiety can grow into trouble maintaining an erection at all. This is the cruel partnership between performance anxiety and erectile dysfunction. One fuels the other, eroding confidence and joy. But here is the good news: habits can be unlearned. By slowing down, focusing on sensation rather than outcome, and prioritizing connection and affection with a partner, many men can retrain their bodies to enjoy intimacy at a healthier, more natural pace. Daily ejaculation is not the enemy. What matters is the mindset and approach behind it. When it is chosen with intention and balance, it remains a positive part of your sexual life. Conclusion: finding balance and self-awareness. So, after looking at this question from every angle, what really happens if you ejaculate every day? The answer, as we've seen, is not a simple prescription. It is a complex, deeply personal story shaped by your unique body, your mind, and the stage of life you are in. We've reviewed the powerful upsides: the surge of feel-good hormones that lift your mood, the way prolactin and oxytocin calm your body into better sleep, the boost to circulation that acts like a workout for your heart, the remarkable evidence that frequent release may lower your risk of prostate cancer, and the immune system support it provides. These are not trivial benefits. They influence the very cornerstones of your quality of life, your energy, your confidence, your resilience, and your longevity. We also faced the risks honestly: the potential for compulsion, the danger of using it as a sole emotional crutch, the possible dulling of libido, and the conditioning that can lead to performance issues. These concerns deserve our respect and understanding, but here is the single most important truth I want you to carry with you: daily ejaculation in itself is not dangerous. It is not something to fear or feel ashamed of. The key is balance, awareness, and intention. If it genuinely makes you feel good, eases your stress, and does not interfere with your relationships or responsibilities, then it can be a perfectly healthy part of your life. If it feels compulsive, isolating, or draining, then it's a clear signal to pause, step back, and perhaps seek guidance. It is not a measure of your worth as a man, nor is it a threat to your masculinity. It is simply one of many ways your body expresses its vitality. After more than 3 decades in this field, I can tell you this: aging does not strip away your sexuality. It changes it, yes, but it also gives you the wisdom and clarity to approach it with more honesty and care. Listen to your body, respect its signals, and know that you are not alone. Your sexual health is part of your whole health, and it deserves to be understood, nurtured, and valued at every age. If you found this advice helpful and believe it can ease the worries of others in your community, please take a moment to like the video and share this useful information so that more people can benefit from this sincere health advice.